This is Don Calhoun, a huge Chicago Bulls fan, and he is about to change his life for better or for worse. He just did the unthinkable. His life has turned by 180 degrees in a fraction of seconds. The stadium was buzzing like it would be an NBA final. Don hit a 75-foot, 3/4 court shot. His prize for hitting this once-in-a-lifetime shot, $1 million. He is now set for life. Except he is not. The first concept of the $1 million shot evolved in the early 1990s, driven by the desire to build a closer connection after the hype Michael Jordan created in the past years. So around the end of 1994, the NBA marketing division set together and came up with the most ridiculous idea ever, giving one person chosen out of 6 million contestants the chance to win $1 million with a simple three-pointer. During NBA All-Star weekends, the league hosted this captivating contest. The lucky contestant had the ability to freely choose their coach out of a roster of active or retired NBA players to guide them on their way to fortune. In 1997, this lucky man, Jim Valente, got chosen to perform the $1 million shot at his wife's birthday. What a better birthday gift than $1 million. He lined up his sights, threw, and missed. Being coached by the legendary Oscar Robertson, Jim was already doomed as Oscar retired his career before the three-point line even got invented, so his position as coach was questionable. Then there is 16-year-old Mike Hoban, who trained weeks ahead of his legendary shot 2 hours each day to nail the perfect three-pointer. On the court, he studied every inch of it to not miss any details that could threaten his success to quote-unquote become one with the ball. With $1 million on his mind, he lined up his sight, shot, and missed by 2 feet. After weeks of training, he totally airballed the shot. This kid was devastated to say the least, and the reporter even roasted him for not hitting the shot.
The good news is, though, he doesn't win money, doesn't become a pro, and his college scholarship hopes stay alive. He'll go back to be the post-up player for his junior varsity team.
Today, the prices are different like this one.
$20,000 is on the line. Oh my God!
Where this Oklahoma City fan won $20,000. Or this lady that hit a half-court shot at a Dallas Mavericks game, and guess what she got? It wasn't $10,000, not $100,000, it was a 65-inch flat-screen TV. But there is a slight difference between a half-court shot and the following attempts for the $1 million shot. In 1993, the Chicago Bulls hosted a promotional campaign to hit a shot from 3/4 of the court, where a contestant would be chosen out of the crowd to hit the shot. These shots had to be completed not from the half-court line at 47 yards, but from 75 yards. So it is very unlikely a random person from the crowd would hit this shot even skilled NBA players struggle with. Hitting this shot was impossible until this magic day. It's the 14th of April in 1993. This day felt like every other Chicago Bulls game against Miami Heat, but then the buzzer screamed through the arena, signaling the end of the first half. This is when a stadium worker was tasked with choosing the next contestant for the $1 million shot. There he is, 23-year-old Don Calhoun. Everybody in the arena thought that this was another missed 75-yard shot, since in the progress of this promotion, 19 contestants were picked. 18 of these shots were total airballs and only one touched the rim. A brief second later, he positioned himself and took the shot. The atmosphere went from a euphoric buzzing to silence as the ball started flying. The stadium freaked out, and so did Don. He is now set for life at the age of 23. Or so he thought. The issue with these halftime events are their rules, and I'm not talking about the obvious ones like hitting the shot from 75 foot. It's about the fine print nobody reads. That's why the insurance company, American Hole-in-One Inc., refused to pay out the $1 million because Calhoun admitted to having played college basketball, which the insurance company defined as a violation of the contract's fine print. What's even crazier is that when he was asked if he played basketball professionally the last 5 years, he stated that he played college basketball until he turned 20, so he wasn't eligible to enter this competition, but the person responsible for picking him from the crowd did not care. So, no $1 million for Don Calhoun. As soon as the news became public the insurance refused to pay sparked a massive public outcry, pressuring the Chicago Bulls into a very uncomfortable position. All the backlash from hardcore Bulls fans, like Don is one, caused the board of the Chicago Bulls to take a drastic turn. They actually paid Don his $1 million in stacks of $50,000 each year for over the next 20 years, so the final payout happened more than 10 years ago. But what made them change their mind, despite not having to pay because Don violated the contract? Well, the outcry was massive, but this wasn't the point that changed their mind. It was Michael Jordan who pulled the strings behind the curtain, but Don didn't know. This was kept a secret from Don until he met Jordan again at one of his son's basketball games, when Jordan asked, "Did you get your money?" Calhoun said yes, and Jordan told him something that caught him off guard. "We made them give it to you," Jordan said. "We were upset that they were trying to not pay you." This meant Jordan and his Chicago team members pressured the organization to pay up to their dues. That's what I call sportsmanship.